banana road down there on the 8th line will be rather busy. But let's not worry about that. There is a Cromwell who is shooting at everybody who is coming up the hill. Luckily we only took one shot, although this machine doesn't have a huge amount of health, 700 hit points, which is alright for a tier 6, but it can melt away quite quickly. Now you will see us here shooting at quite far away. 0.35 meters dispersion is the standard accuracy for this machine, and that can be a little bit trollish from time to time. Now what the SKODA T40 has going for itself is actually quite nice alpha damage. 220 on average is not bad at all for a tier 6 machine. Even though, well, in general, the machine is like an average medium, it has at least quite a good punch to it. Now, careful with the OI Experimental, he's looking this way. Luckily he ducks the shot into the ground. Now, we have only 6 degrees of gun depression, so poking that ridgeline might be a little bit tricky. And we don't need to. Look at all those enemies, they are just lining up to be shot from in the back. SKODA T40 got a little bit lucky there, and that's okay. We have the Black Prince presenting its huge ass towards us. Should be an easy enough shot. Oh, never mind, the Sherman tree saves him as well. Kill is a kill, so we will not complain. So far it's quite even. It was just 4 kills versus 4. And now the enemy team is pulling 1 ahead. I have to say, it does not look all that well. All the guys in the middle seem to get circled around. We are squeezed here up top as well. And down on the banana road, we are down to a KV-85 holding that front, and he's facing a TOG 2 and a Jagdpanzer 4. Both of which can make short work of him, but let's not worry about that. And the OI Experimental decided to come for our soul, and that can be really tricky. Oh, that's really lucky with the artillery hit. Basically reducing the OI Experimental for a 2-shot. And we are indeed able to take him out. Now if he decides here to turn around and approach the KV-1 frontally, which is okay, but it will end up us taking a shot in the face, which we might have been able to avoid if we would have gotten around. There was nobody else on the hill, and that's okay, we can take the punishment. Unfortunately, the KV-1 finishes off the M4, but we do instant justice on him. So unfortunately we are still behind by now by 2 tanks already. It's 8 versus 10 kills, so it's a little bit tight. We still should be able to get some work done from up here. There is the Matilda, and he's getting shot at, so it's highly likely that he will pop out from that corner. Nah, so annoying. Unfortunately, the track seated, we tracked the Matilda, but the reload is not that great on this thing. I mean, it's not bad. We have basically a 6.6 second base reload, but it was not quick enough to get a second shot into the Matilda. There's a Black Prince. That's a cheeky shot, but we get it through the destroyed building. And every little counts at this stage. We are down by 3 tanks already. Sooner or later we will have to make a move, because those guys are getting squeezed in into the northwestern corner. Oh, there is a SKODA T40. But at least we can take care of the Cromwell. So it gets a little bit better. We pull 1 more back, so it's 10 versus 11. And it seems the guys have made quite a stand over there. But now it's really time to move. Let's go and give them some covering fire. Now moving down here to the B line, we should be able to get some shots in the back of that Jagdpanzer 4. And also it's a big question where that TOG 2 is. Oh, I think we found the TOG. Look at that juicy butt. Oh boy. That's living the dream. Come on, SKODA. 1 more shot. Oh, tracking shot as well. Excellent. Now we are going for the second track, which is a good decision. Unfortunately, the accuracy of this gun just doesn't seem to be working for us that well. It goes a little bit too high, and that means the dog gets away without taking any further damage. Alright, so the dog's in the cap circle, the Jagdpanzer IV is up there on the opening, and whoa, we are down to a Hellcat. Now the dog is for the moment alone, should be able to get around him. Oh, not quite. Well, okay, but it was a little bit too slow with the reload to get a second one in, and stopping there would have only resulted us in taking some damage. Oh, he's coming for our soul. Quick shot, into cover. Nice result. Oh, don't poke out that ass. Yeah, the TOC 2 has a really quick reload. And he gets lucky as well, remaining there on 2 health. Oh, that's the Matilda. Now, SKODA T40 has rubbish armor, so even a Matilda can be trouble there. Being a little bit cheeky on that corner, trying to sneak another shot in. How lucky was that dog? Damn it, getting away on 2 health. Unacceptable. Now I really like what T40 is doing here, just changing corners to come up on the enemies from unexpected locations. Oh, and there is the dog. More to say, there is the dog's ass. The best part of the dog. Come on, what's with these dunking shots? Come on, gun! Do your job. Oh, there we go. Now that's a very important kill. Unfortunately, in the meantime, the Hellcat evaporates as well, leaving us for a very short moment there in a 1 versus 5. Now what's left on the enemy team is a Jagdpanzer IV, which is actually a very dangerous machine when it's top tier. There is an enemy Hummel already on 1 kill, which is unspotted, so most probably still sitting around their base. And there is, I think, a 1-shot Matilda Black Prince and a 1-shot regular Matilda. Whoa, that's a lot of them. Let's get back quickly into cover. I would have to say, basically all of these guys are 1-shot kills. However, we can only take 1 shot from the Matilda Black Prince, then that's it. The Jagdpanzer IV can 1-shot us as well. And of course, the longer we mess around on these corners, the higher the risk of getting an artillery shell on our back. Now, the Jagdpanzer IV did disappear, which highly suggests that he is somewhere in the same situation where the dog was, because he's definitely in the cap. Oh, and there is the Black Prince. That's a dangerous one. Thinking about sneaking a shot in, which could work, and that's the guy we can take actually a shot from. But we might need that help to get away with artillery splash damage. Oh, and there is the shot. This is risky. Ooh, this was a close one. But we just managed to beat the Black Prince's reload, and that means now it's a 1 versus 2, which is a lot better. And we see T40 once again changing direction, hopefully also able to fool that Jagdpanzer IV.